After September 17th update, Helldivers is so back, baby. Not me, but that's what the stats and community is saying. And stats don't lie. In Steam, the daily peak concurrent player count jumped 3 times. In this video, we're going to take a look into the Steam community's reaction on this buff update. Just keep one thing in mind that I'm just a narrator, these aren't my thoughts or opinion. Some of you may not like some of these reviews, because some of these reviews are funny, some are logically positive, and some are illogically negative or simple rage bait. My only request is, vent your rage in the comment section, not on the dislike button. As I said, I'm the middleman. These aren't my take. Well, in my last video on Helldivers, you guys yeeted the dislike button to oblivion. Cause of that video tanked very hard. So please, I'm trying to make some different type of content, and I'm hoping some support from you guys. Thanks. Now enjoy the video.
Bugs are eating the pets. They're eating the dogs.
Perhaps I treated you too harshly.
They finally found the corrupt official that was putting war funds into his own pockets, causing all Helldivers weapons to be weaker and outdated models. With the new patch, Helldivers finally have the right firepower to keep Super Earth safe. This game is finally back on step to being Game of the Year again.
In the depth of my "it's so over," I found an undying "we are so f***ing back."
The September 17th update is fantastic and a step in the right direction. Keep up the good work, Arrowhead. Now keep that momentum rolling. Now all that's left is to fix all the bugs and rescue the Helldivers, stranded in non-PSN supported countries.
Buff Divers 2 Escalation of Buffdom. Super loving this.
The game is finally fun again, and not an absolute dying marathon anymore.
Makes me horny.
Super Earth finally replaced our defective eruptor ammunition and demoted the requisitions officer responsible.
I don't pay attention to balance updates and therefore have never had a bad time.
Listen, they messed up a couple of times, but they managed to bounce back. Game is amazing. As of the 17th of September 2024, the update is amazing. Guns finally feel like they have some firepower to them. I will play this game until its servers shut down, which is hopefully never.
We won. We are no longer using Nerf guns.
The game went from Nerf divers to buff divers.
At first, game good. Later, game bad. Now, game great. Me happy.
Sorry for interrupting, because I have a news that can make you and your wallet happy. Please welcome today's video sponsor, Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming offers a huge selection of PC and console games at prices that'll make your wallet. Whether you're eyeing for the latest AAA titles or indie games or old titles just for collection, you can find them all right here. But you probably thinking, this is a scam, bro. How they offering all these newly released game at this price? Don't worry. First of all, you are getting a digital copy of a game. Technically, it should be cheaper than a physical copy because there's no manufacturing cost, right? Well, Instant Gaming, 100% legit because they get all of these keys direct from the source. For example, if you're playing Star Wars Outlaw, it'll be sourced from Ubisoft or Call of Duty from Battle.net. And not just that, Instant Gaming has a stellar 4.7 rating on Trustpilot. That means thousands of satisfied gamers trust them for their gaming needs. For example, if you want to buy Space Marine 2, it can be yours at a price of €45 or $49. Instant Gaming is known for their fast delivery, 24/7 customer support, and of course those jaw-dropping discounts. So if you're ready to upgrade your gaming library without spending a fortune, check out Instant Gaming. Don't forget to use my link in the description below. You'll be supporting the channel while scoring amazing deals. Happy gaming, and thanks to Instant Gaming for sponsoring today's video.
Awesome game. Was addicting before the September patch. Now it might consume my life.
Buffs and nerfs are temporary. Managed democracy is eternal.
New patch. We are back, baby.
Devs are listening to the fan base. Devs care about feedback and want the game to be enjoyable for players. Other AAA game producers need to be taking notes.
Absolutely love this game. Player base dropped greatly after the update, which shall not be named, but they completely turned it around. Finally has lots of viable loadout options and fair enemies. Would buy again.
We are so back. I mean, I never left, but now I'm not leaving even harder.
In spite of the changes made, I always have fun even it's just playing a round or two. If you don't take the game too seriously, it will fill your afternoon with good laughs and a lot of death.
Expel the corrupt officials. Glory to the Helldivers.
Despite the ups and downs, the devs seem to be on the right track with the game by buffing the weapons and making primaries the actually primary weapons. Cheers to hoping it stays that way for the foreseeable future.
Devs accidentally made a good game and then did everything in their power to ruin it.
Pretty good job with the update. Feel it's too little too late. Gave the game a go and just really lost a lot of the excitement to play.
At least half of the community is missing from Sony region locking, at least half of the player base. This game's best days were at launch? Yes. Is it dead? No, you can still find a lot of matches. Is it not as hyped up as it once was? Yes, but that was inevitable. I think the reason I don't care about this game anymore isn't the nerf thing because, to be honest, I stopped playing before that even. The real reason I don't care anymore, and so don't a lot of people, is that they're taking so damn long to add the third faction and make any updates that really do massively change the game. Right now, content-wise, the game is the same. It's been at launch. Kill bugs and bots. They need to add something that shakes that up, which will bring new life into the game. Until then, this review is negative.
The game was fine before. Now it's a cakewalk for casuals. I regularly did runs on difficulty 9 to 10, wiped maybe 2 times, and God knows how many runs. And those times was always because of spawning at the start inside a jammer or similar memes. And of course did all secondary objectives each time. After seeing these patch notes, I can only say this. The casuals won, the crybabies won, the game too hard crowd won. After these buffs, many weapons and stratagems that were already fine are disgustingly overpowered, while many enemies have been nerfed into oblivion. Some of the buffs were needed and are good, like the Emancipator one, but most of them are not. Now the game is a casual fest, even on difficulty 10, where there barely is any challenge anymore if you know what you're doing and are even remotely competent or loaded out correctly. Arrowhead did the same thing the devs of Deep Rock Galactic did, which also became a cakewalk at some point after more and more OP stuff was added. Their nerfs in the previous updates were also pretty stupid because they nerfed the wrong things or nerfed things in the wrong way. Sure, I agree with that, but many things stayed viable, nonetheless, even with all the nerfs. If you like an easy time in a game, that's fine. That's why there are 10 difficulty levels. But nerfing the higher ones to cater to a more casual player base is not good for those who want a demanding challenge. The highest difficulties, 8 to 9 to 10, should be hard. And I mean seriously challenging. They were before, to some extent. But now, not so much anymore. The game is now worse than it was before. Won't change my mind.
Give me the clowns instead of the OP. I want to use the points to buy cool-looking Steam avatars and backgrounds.
I'm completely serious, and I have more than 10k awards already from reviews. I don't need to farm them.
The game was hard because you couldn't do anything before. If you want the same challenge, it's easy. Just force yourself to use no support weapon and maybe even no primary and use only secondary, and now it's still hard, just how you like it. Dude, you are wearing your 9 to 10 difficulty like a badge. It was not hard, it was boring. There's other games to sweat in. I love when the minority gets worked up.
Nah man, stop being a bum. Just play tier 10 and use the guns that are still shit if you want it to be hard.
They added extra difficulties in the original Helldivers, after most weapons and stratagems were added to the game. So I assume it is totally something they can do in this one when they, and players too, are happy with how things look.
The game was never hard to play, it was tedious and miserable. That's a huge difference. It's dadgum fun to play it again now.
Respectfully disagree. There's difficult, and then there's tedious. And Helldivers 2 before the current patch very much felt like it was firmly in the latter category. It's hard to really call something a challenge when the game's idea of difficulty is to just spam 10 Bile Titans or Factory Striders at once. Also, really already complaining that the game has become for babies on the first day of the patch. I don't know how else to say this, but to me it just seems you wanted to hate the changes and immediately decry the game as dead because the devs dared to cater to someone other than you. Maybe give it some time for Arrowhead to find their footing with this new mentality of balancing. And again, the game's not made specifically for you. A majority of the community called out and the devs listened. You're allowed to make your voice known, but you should also be able to accept that the community very much wanted and needed this. The game is now worse than it was before. Won't change my mind. Sorry, but this is just childish crying.